What's going on, everybody? In this one, I wanted to react to the top rumors blog post I posted on my newsletter about the NBA. This was back in October before the season started, so see if some of these rumors, and they're mostly like prediction, if any of these were true or good. So let's see what we got here. If you guys want to sign up for the newsletter, I post like once a week on here. Long form content, just rambling about my thoughts about the current NBA stuff. So definitely check it out. It'll be linked down below and the pinned comment. Let's see what we got first. James Harden. So a James Harden trade I predicted, and that definitely came true. He got traded to the Clippers here. So what I said about this was the preferred destination is the Clippers, which definitely was true here. He did go to the Clippers. And then the package that I heard they were offering, I guess, was a first round pick and a pick swap, but Philadelphia wanted Terrence Mann and more picks. So they ended up not getting Terrence Mann. They got some other random vets. I can't exactly remember who, but starting out, this was a good prediction in early October, October 13th. So what the actual trade was, they traded Harden and PJ Tucker to the Clippers for Batum, Covington, Kenyon Martin, Marcus Morris, a one first round pick, 2 second round, and a pick swap. So obviously we were right about the trade and the destination, not the players. Man, Philadelphia got not much back. I guess Batum was good for them in the playoffs, but besides that, Marcus Morris, I think he ended up with Cleveland. That was Marcus, right? And he had a good run there. That's an idea I had for a blog post, is players in the NBA playoffs that emerged either as a star or to get like a new contract, because Marcus Morris definitely probably played himself into a contract. I don't know if anyone was stoked on Marcus Morris, but then he had like 25 points in the last game or something. Anyway, the next one down here, Phoenix will add a point guard. So this was actually probably a good call here. It didn't end up happening, but I think they could have used a point guard, and I think that was a lot of the talk around Phoenix, is they didn't have a point guard. So I said right now they have either Booker or Beal. And then I said they could get TJ McConnell in a trade or John Wall. I'm surprised they didn't get John Wall. I think that is actually a good call. He was a free agent, and he had some moments with the Clippers. I think that was just last year. Surprised they didn't give him a chance on a vet minimum to play at least 15 to 20 minutes at point guard. But honestly, in the playoffs, they needed like a starting full-time point guard, so maybe Wall wouldn't have cut it, but I think Phoenix definitely needed a point guard here, so I think that was a pretty good call. All right, my next prediction and rumor is that Oklahoma City will be a top 5 seed. So I guess this wasn't such a bold take, as I said, so many people are on the OKC hype train. I guess top 5, there were some people projecting them for like, top 2, which they ended up getting. I think they ended up number 1, right? And Denver was number 2. And then I said it sounds like they have one of the best all-around starting 5s in the league. And then I said I'm worried about their depth, which actually came true. Who was the sixth man on this team? Was it Isaiah Joe, who was pretty decent, which I said here? And then I said Usman Ding or Pokovetsky, which were way off base. Those guys were out of the rotation. I'm pretty sure they cut Pokovetsky, and then he signed with Charlotte. So the depth was my concern here, which I think turned out to be true, especially when Giddey stopped playing well. They really didn't have much to go to as far as depth. They ended up trading for Gordon Hayward, which didn't work out. If they made a better trade there for a better player than Hayward, I think that would have helped them a lot with the depth in the playoffs, honestly. Looking at their stats, so outside of the starters, Shea, Jalen, Chet, Giddey, Dort, and then Isaiah Joe. Their depth looks like Aaron Wiggins, Cason Wallace, Gordon Hayward, Kendrick Williams, and then there's Ousmane Dieng, who only played 33 games. Jalen Williams. They traded Trey Mann. Honestly, they probably should have kept him. He played pretty well in Charlotte. I think if they kept Trey Mann and didn't trade him for Gordon Hayward, that actually probably would have helped them in the playoffs. He was a decent playmaker. And then I believe they traded Bertans as well. That's what the asterisk means. And he might have helped them in the playoffs too, a shooter off the bench. So I think that trade did kind of mess them up. That Gordon Hayward getting rid of Trey Mann and Bertans, I think they both got traded to Charlotte, but that could have helped them in the playoffs maybe. Okay, that was the last one. I really thought there was more to this. We only had 3 predictions or rumors here, and overall I think they were decent. Right now on the free Substack, I posted a redraft of the 2021 NBA draft. I also did 2020 and 2019. Also just some articles that I wrote that I think are pretty interesting. So if you want to check it out, just click the link down below. It's free to sign up for the email list. So subscribe to the channel as well. I'm going to come out with more NBA content, maybe some more Top Shot content soon if something happens, maybe something around Fast Break for the finals. So we'll see you over there. Subscribe to the channel. See you in another one.